Hello everyone, welcome to Susan classes. This is Jay Rao. Firstly, we thank you very much for your great response to the first part of the series of CSAT. Hope you encourage us with the same spirit. Before discussing the questions on previous year papers, let us first of all discuss how to find out the number of rectangles and number of squares in the given rectangular grid. See, in the previous session, we have discussed how to calculate the number of rectangles and number of squares in the square grid. But today, we'll be discussing how to count the number of rectangles and number of squares in the rectangular grid. Let us start. Now, please note, when you look at this, see, this is a rectangular grid. What is the meaning of rectangular grid? The number of columns will not be equal to number of squares, I mean to number of rows. See, these are number of columns, and number of columns is not equal to number of rows. Now see here, this is first column, this is second column, and this is third column. Whereas when you take rows, this is first row and this is second row. In that way, the number is not matching. So if that is the case, how to find out how many rectangles are there in that or how many squares are there in that? Please note, what the logic that we discussed in the previous session, the same thing matters here. Now when you look at here, please note, number of columns, first column, second column, third column, I want to find out the rectangles. How to find out? Already we discussed in the previous session. Just add this, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6, okay? The resultant is 6, okay? 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. Now let us discuss rows. See, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So, how many rectangles are there? Simple, 6 into 3. So, please note, rectangles is equal to 6 into 3, that is equal to 18. Am I clear? 6 into 3, that is equal to 18. And in case I want to find out squares, okay, the same logic applies as we discussed in the earlier session. Now, see here, highest number is 3 in the column wise, whereas highest number is 2 in the row wise. So just multiply, okay? So this way, 3 into 2, now say plus, you have to add, 3 into 2. Now take the previous number of 3 because we have to proceed in the descending order, okay? We have to proceed in the descending order. Before 3 is 2, okay? Put 2 here. Before 2 is 1, okay? Into 1. Now plus. Now there is nothing, see only 1 is there, here 0. So you can just ignore that. Okay, you can ignore that. So 3 into 2, that is equal to 6. 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. 6 plus 2, that is equal to 8. In that way, please note, rectangles are 18, whereas squares are 8. So what the logic that we discussed with respect to square grid, the same logic applies here. Am I clear? So this is very important thing because as I've told you, the question was asked in the 2017 CSAT. In the same way, last year also a question was asked on that we are going to discuss today. Right. Now let us discuss the questions. Yeah, see the first question. The number of parallelograms that can be formed from a set of 4 parallel lines intersecting another set of 4 parallel lines is. First of all, we have to find out what is a parallelogram. See, this is a rectangle, whereas this is a parallelogram. Okay? Am I clear? This is a rectangle, whereas this is parallelogram. What is the similar feature? See, as we discussed in the previous session, the length of opposite sides are equal here. In the same way here also, the length of opposite sides are equal. In the same way, if you take the shorter length, see the length of opposite sides are equal, the same thing applies here. So we can definitely say that rectangle is a parallelogram. Rectangle is a type of parallelogram. Rectangle is a type of parallelogram. So this point is important. Now in the given question, they are telling you to find out how many parallelograms are there if 4 lines are intersecting with another 4 parallel lines. So you can simply understand like this. See, first line, second line, third line and fourth line. These 4 parallel lines are intersecting with 4 lines. Okay. So please note, when you take here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. See, 4 parallel lines are intersecting with 4 parallel lines. So how many rectangles are there? Because rectangle is a parallelogram. You have to find out how many rectangles are there. So how to find out? Already we discussed here. Okay. So simply count. See columns. First column, second column, third column. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, resultant is equal to 6. When you take here rows, this is first row, this is second row, this is third row. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. So how many parallelograms are there? 6 into 6. Am I clear? 6 into 6, that is equal to 36. So answer is 36. So please note, when you take here, answer is fourth option. First question, fourth option. And please note, this question was asked in CSAT 2019. So please note, counting rectangles or counting squares is very important because these questions were repeatedly asked in the exam. Now let us discuss the next question. See, it is given that two persons A and B are running on a circular track. At the start, B is ahead of A and their positions make an angle of 30 degrees at the center of the circle. When A reaches a point diametrically opposite his starting point, he meets B. What is the ratio of speeds of A and B if they are running with uniform speeds? So this is given this. So what is the ratio of speeds of A and B? Right. Now see, let us say this is a circular track. Before discussing the question, let us discuss like this. Now if I take like this, come on, tell me what is the complete angle across the axis? See, the complete angle across the axis is 360 degrees, right? The complete angle across the axis is 360 degrees. Now let us say that A is here, okay? A is here and A is running this way. In the given data, they say that B is ahead of A by 30 degrees. Now let us say, for example, if I say like this, let us say like this, B is here, okay? So the difference is 30 degrees. The difference is 30 degrees. Now in the given question, it is said that when A reaches a diametrically opposite point, so when A is here, he is going to meet B. So can you say like this, A has covered this much of distance, or degree wise he has covered this much of this, okay? In the same way, please note, B has covered even up to that, okay? Now, when you look at here, the complete angle across the axis is 360 degrees, okay? So when A has reached exactly half of the point, can I say A has reached half of the point means, can I say it's by 2? 360 by 2, that will give you 180 degrees, okay? So degree wise, A has covered 180 degrees. So let us put like this. A has covered 180 degrees. Then how much B has covered? See, already in the given data, they say that B is 30 degrees ahead of A. So you have to subtract 30 from 180. Understood? Because from this point to this point, this is 180, right? Whereas B has covered from this point, so you are supposed to subtract this 30. In that way, please note, when you take here 180 minus 30, that will be 150 degrees. So when A has covered 180 degrees, B has covered 150 degrees. See, in the given question, they say, what is the ratio? So when I say ratio, ratio is the comparison or relation of two quantities of same kind in simple form. That is to say, we have to find out the relation between these two quantities in simpler form. See, this is 180, this is 150. Let us make it simple. So let us understand like this, 18, 15. Okay, let us remove degrees. Let us remove 0, 18, 15. I want to make it more simple, the relation between these two terms. Okay, we know that 18 is divisible by 3, 15 is also divisible by 3. So can I say like this? 3 6 are 18, 3 5 are 18, 3 is a constant in both the cases. So let us ignore that. Now can I say like this? 6 is to 5. So if A speed is 6 parts, B speed is 5 parts. So 6 is to 5. So this is the meaning of ratio. Ratio is expression of the given quantities in simpler form. So 6 is to 5. In that way, please note, when you take here, answer is first option, 6 is to 5. And please note, this question was asked in CSAT 2018. So please note, with respect to CSAT, even if you take arithmetic questions, the questions will be logical in nature rather than technical oriented as discussed in the previous session. Okay? So this is about the second part. Now let us discuss question number 3. See, it is given that when a runner was crossing the 12-kilometer mark, she was informed that she has completed only 80% of the race. How many kilometers was the runner supposed to run in this event? So the given thing is that when you take the entire race, okay, she has covered 80%, and 80% corresponds to how many kilometers? 12 kilometers. So let us understand like this, okay? Let us understand like this. See, 80% of the race, okay? 80% of the race is equal to 12 kilometers, okay? 80%, so I put like this. 80% of the race is equal to 12 kilometers, whereas we are supposed to find out what is the actual distance of the race. So that is 100%. So if 80% is equal to 12 kilometers, 100% is equal to how much? So it's a simple way of understanding it. So just go for cross multiplication, okay? 100 into 12 by 80, okay? 24s are 25s are, 4 goes 3 times in this, 5 3s are 15 kilometers. So when you take here the distance of the race, okay, the distance of the race is 15 kilometers. Am I clear? So this question was asked in 2019. But please note, this I have just discussed in the normal way, but let us make it simple. See, for example, if I say 50%, how do you understand 50% in fraction wise? That is 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. That means 1 out of 2. In the same way, when I say 80%, we can understand like this. 80% in fraction, that is equal to 4 by 5 or 4 out of 5. That means if the total distance is 5 parts, if the total distance is 5 parts, she has covered 4 parts. And these 4 parts is equal to how many kilometers? 12 kilometers. So please note, 4 parts corresponds to 12 kilometers. In that way, 5 parts corresponds to how much? Because 5, the denominator represents the total distance, whereas the numerator represents the distance she covered. Okay? So 4 parts is equal to 12 kilometers, 5 parts is equal to how much? Now, in order to get 12, with which number I have to multiply from 4? Can you say like this, 3? 4 into 3 is equal to 12. In the same way, please note, 5 into 3 is equal to 15 kilometers. It's so simple, right? So in that way, whenever any question is given on percentages, let us take the fraction wise so that we can easily calculate. Okay? So I thank you very much. We'll be discussing few more questions in the next video. I thank you very much.